Adult learners often struggle with pronunciation because it's not purely a cognitive skill, it's also a physical or motor skill, which is shaped by first language phonetic interference. Exposure alone rarely improves pronunciation, and even formal instruction is only part of the solution. What ultimately drives improvement is how learners engage with that instruction through focused practice and calibrated monitoring. In this video, I'll explore why phonetic interference matters, how instruction can guide production, and why deliberate practice and strategic monitoring are essential for lasting change. Let's start with phonetic interference. Adults don't hear new sounds neutrally. They hear them through the filter of their mother tongue. If a sound doesn't exist in their first language, their brain replaces it with the closest one it knows. So, when adults are told, just listen and repeat after natives and you'll improve, they're often repeating something completely different to what the native speaker is actually producing without even realizing it. That's why exposure alone can reinforce the wrong habits in the brain. And this is where explicit instruction matters. Adults need to know what to listen for and what to aim for physically, aka where the tongue is, what to move, what not to move, how to control the airflow, and so on and so forth. Instruction gives the brain a target. Without a target, repetition is mindless. But instruction still isn't the main driver of change. Pronunciation is a motor skill, like driving a car or playing an instrument. And motor skills change through focused practice and repetition. Short, deliberate sessions where attention is on one thing at a time, like doing drills for example, but not passive listening or vague imitation. This kind of practice creates new neural pathways, and repetition strengthens them. So basically, the brain rewires itself based on what you repeatedly do, and that's neuroplasticity at work. But what happens when learners leave practice and go back to real life? This is where Stephen Krashen's monitor hypothesis becomes useful if we adapt it. Krashen described monitor overuses, underuses, and optimal uses. For pronunciation, over-monitoring during spontaneous speech is counterproductive. Trying to control every single sound breaks timing and flow. However, under-monitoring, never paying attention at all, means the old habits keep winning. In my opinion, over-monitoring belongs in focused practice. Light, selective monitoring belongs in low-pressure communication. And in high-stakes, fast situations like a job interview or a meeting with a client, it'd be better to adopt an under-monitoring approach. This balance allows adults to help create and reinforce those neural pathways in the brain. So, the takeaway is this: when it comes to pronunciation, exposure is necessary, but not sufficient. Instruction defines the target, focused practice builds the habit, and strategic monitoring helps it take root. Pronunciation doesn't improve when it's treated solely as a cognitive skill, because it's both cognitive and motor. Adults can achieve lasting change, but only when instruction, practice, and strategic monitoring work together.